Hello, my darlings. Did you miss me? How are we? I have missed you so much, but I'm so happy we're able to be together now. I am having some issues with my model, of course, so I'm trying to fix that right now. But I didn't want to delay already talking to you. So that's what I'm doing. Problem solving while having problems. Okay, there we go. It should be working now. Let's see if it does. There we go. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Did everyone have a good holiday? Of course, if you don't celebrate Christmas, I still, whatever you celebrate, you had a wonderful time with yourself, with your friends, your family. Hello, Triton. Thank you so much for joining. Everyone, please make sure to grab your beginning water sippies. I'll go ahead and do the same. Delicious, delicious. Here, let me also switch over. The music for this game is very beautiful so far, even though I literally just opened the game. So now you guys should be able to hear it. Birthday stream was great. I had a lot of fun. I think people there can attest that drinking on stream is always a fun time. So I didn't get too hungover, thankfully. I just kind of had to take like a power nap, and I kind of like immediately felt better. So it was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I have been also itching to play more of the TCG, but I've been resisting, which is so unfortunate. But I have to lock in for this game. I have already been like really excited for playing next week because there's just so many things that I want to do. But I had to get through this week first, you always have to take small steps at a time. Let me see here. Let's lower this down just a wee bit. There we go. That should be better. Sleep stream when? See, that's what I like. That's one that I'm still not super convinced on. That's gonna have to be something of like I don't know, maybe like a celebratory thing, I make like I reach an accomplishment or something and I'm like, all right, we can sleep together now or something. I don't know. But I have something else. I have planned a ASMR stream for Sunday. A little sneak peek. I'll reveal to you all. I have an ASMR stream planned for Sunday that I think will be really fun. So, you'll get that. You may not get the sleep stream, but you'll get something, I promise. I know there's no ASMR stream this weekend or this week. But that is because I am working on a very exciting video for this Sunday, which is exactly why. So I'll stop making excuses. Let's play Road Warden. So this game I really don't know much about, other than the fact that it was recommended to me, and then B, it looks right up my alley. It's beautiful, the music is great, and it also looks like the tags on Steam. I'll say stream. The tags on Steam as well also looked something like, it would be up my alley. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm playing this game. Also because I got it for free, so of course I'm gonna be playing games that, are I mean, I got for free. I mean, why would I not? It I think only makes sense like that. So you open up the game. It starts like this. We marvel at the serenity of the forest and crave the shroud of its silence. Isn't that already so beautiful? All right. Okay. I don't know why the game went black for a second. That was weird. All right, enter. Welcome to the Ward Warden's anniversary patch. It is important. It improves... Good God, I already can't read. It improves a few stories and bits of interface, but sadly, it won't work well with the old saves. That's all right. Thank you so much for giving my game a chance. For your bug reports, editing tips. All right, we don't have a previous game, so... New game. All right, everyone knows how to stay away from the wilderness. Most people would never risk a journey... would never risk a lonely journey. Road Wardens not only accept the struggle, they embrace it. They deliver messages, assist merchants, burn human corpses, and if possible, get rid of the beasts and highwaymen. They live on the road, die young or retire early. It is a dangerous job, but a respectable one, and it pays well. I leave the safety of the city walls. I still have my doubts. I'm not gonna lie, if you just hit me with the burn... the arson, I would have stopped listening and already signed my name. I love arson. Pick a difficulty mode. Can't be altered later on. Casual, standard, restrictive. Okay, wait. Casual, focused on the story. Let's see. No time limit. More cash at the start. Some quests are more forgiving. Standard for those familiar with RPGs. I mean, I'm pretty familiar with RPGs, but I feel like, you know, why is it going black? Hold on, that's really weird. How are we doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're doing as well, Kyle. Hello, Tamim. I'm doing good, I hope you are too. Okay, so we're not gonna do restrictive just because I haven't played the game yet. I kind of want to see what standard is, you know? I'm also... Hold on, I want to change my settings just in case. Hold on. Window. Oh my goodness. Do we not have borderless? Is that not an option? Okay, well it shouldn't... Okay, it shouldn't be going black though, because I know full screen can... No. Okay. We'll have to do with this then. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, it kind of sounds like a mercenary-esque. All right. The wall is standing. There are no wolves around. No stench of blood. Good signs. This should be the place you're looking for. You're supposed to meet with a group of soldiers, but you hear no voices, no sounds of labor. The gate is ajar with a wait, hold on. The gate is ajar, but the camp isn't safe. It may keep away the goblins and peddlers, but not beast folk nor trolls. And the night is near. Your palfrey breathes heavily. It had a long day. All right. So if our senses are tingling and we are getting bad vibes, I don't know what a palfrey is, but I'm gonna assume it's like whatever we're writing to get us there. I need to look around cautiously. I could look for another shelter. I dismount and sneak into the gates. I get off the horse and enter the camp briskly. Okay, yeah, horse. Let's look around cautiously. I think it's very suspicious that there are like no signs of anything. We should examine. Considering the noise, you doubt that anyone noticed the clatter of hooves. The short, dry grasses barely cover the arid soil of this valley, but you're maybe a minute away from the edge of the sparse woods, which get denser as they climb up the hills. At best, this trail has a few more years before getting overgrown for good. Hard to believe it's the only route north. Okay. Let's see. This is... I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if I trust looking for another shelter. My instinct, right, is that I would sneak. But I feel like that's a bit dramatic of me. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's dramatic? I feel like I'm warranted some caution, you know? I don't think that's super crazy of me to you know, ask for. I don't think so. Shades of Lord of the Rings. Hey, you never know. I mean, I certainly don't know, but hey, we'll play a little more and we'll see if it is or not. How does that sound? Let's dismount. Your heavy boots hit the ground and the pain of the long ride finally catches up with you. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. How realistic this is. You stretch out, bringing your back and legs comfort. All you want now is a table, a decent chair, a nice mug of beer, and some warm stew. With any luck, your axe won't be needed here. Take care of yourself. If you're hurt or exhausted, some actions won't be available to you. The weaker you are, the higher chance you'll die in combat. Understood. Okay, so 30 minutes before dusk. So it's a good thing that we didn't go to travel, because I highly doubt we would find another settlement before the sun starts going down, right? And we feel well. All right, so I approach the gate slowly. I go with whatever you decide, Venus. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's come together. If it's a military camp, it doesn't look the part. Plenty of wasted space, and the fire pit is cold. 2 people are sitting at the table, tired and disheartened. They're looking in different directions, paying no attention to one another. One of them is holding a cup. After a moment, you notice the quiet humming. Oh, sorry. I've been drinking a lot of soda and like water, mixing it, so I might be burping a whole lot. You notice the melody of a light-hearted drinking song from the city harbor. Okay. I can enter. I'm committed. I'm committed. I'm going in. It takes a few breaths to glance in your direction. The first person greets you with a wave of his hand. There are bags under his eyes. His beard is messy. Despite his simple shirt, he's wearing durable, decent boots. A mace with a head covered in iron hangs at his side, but he doesn't reach for it. Alright, I take a look at the second one. Just like you, she's wearing a Gabeson, but hers is a bit loose, as if she took it off a corpse. Her head is shaven as if she's protecting herself from flesh-eating bugs. Her eyes are wary, yet kind. She smiles. Considering the squad was sent here half a year ago, these 2 surely look the part. Though there should be more of them. 8, you believe. There's an option to wait. See, I feel like I would normally kind of be like, hey man, like, you know, I would introduce myself first, but let them speak first. No, I'm gonna take initiative. I'll speak first. You wonder how to phrase your question. Whenever you meet new people, you can influence how they perceive you by selecting one of the okay. Friendly, playful, distance, intimidating, and vulnerable. Let's do friendly. Yeah, friendly I think is great. I was hoping to meet with your lieutenant. Could we talk for a bit? Ooh, okay. Wait, oh, so I don't have to commit. I can see what the lines are. I'm sure you're busy, so if you could just introduce me to your lieutenant. I'm looking for your lieutenant. I'd rather speak with someone who's not going to waste my time. I had a long journey, need to have a word with your lieutenant. I think friendly is the best way to go, you know? You don't want to make enemies out of the gate. I do want to see... Oh, okay, so it's highlighted at the distance. Doesn't mean I can click it. Okay. The woman lets out a loud sigh, dusts off her Gabeson, and steps towards you. She pays little attention to the sword at her side. We most definitely can, you and I, though holding this rank, still somewhat new to me. Are you a messenger? Did you lose your mount? She observes you with curiosity. Or are you looking for help? I am your new road warden. My horse is waiting outside. Really? The soldier in the shirt leans forward. That explains how you got here in one piece all by yourself. Better bring your beast in here, adds the lieutenant. We have no hay, but I bet it dreams of dropping its saddle. A long pause. I'm Tulia, by the way. She reaches out her hand. It may be a trap. Whoa. Do we trust women? Do we trust women in high positions of power? High positions being a lieutenant? Do we trust her? I don't know. I mean, I, being a woman, am a road warden, but perhaps This woman is a farce, a fake, you know? Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I should give her a chance. I feel like if I went the friendly route, I should keep going friendly. So, I shake her hand. I am... If they gave us perks, I would say yes. Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I am Venus. Confirm. Her grasp is confident. The shake is slight. Just keep your horse away from the tents. She stepped away. We don't need to smell its dung. Ah, there's one issue. The soldier in the shirt also rises to his feet. We have no tent to spare. You'll have to use a blanket or something. No problem. I enjoy observing the stars. I gotta display a lot of good vibes, right? You walk through the gate, your mount looks around and snorts anxiously. Not many humans could ride a horse. It's not only taller than you, but also bulky, as heavy as it is strong. You can get in the saddle with a single breath, but for most people... Oh my god, I have to burp. Oh, it's stuck in my throat. But most people wouldn't know where to even begin. From every side, it is a wall of flesh. Horses were brought to the Dragonwoods from the conquest in the south. They can trot for a long time, but won't outrun some of the local monsters. Yo Palfrey needs you to survive, but without it, you would be lost. Okay, let's see. I don't care how it feels, but I need it to be strong if I want to travel. I can't afford to lose another one. What do you mean? I did not take care of my first horse and I lost it? Crazy. Okay, it is my only companion here. I want it to feel at ease. I'm gonna take care of my horse, guys. It takes a few steps towards you, scolding you with another snort. You scratch the bottom of its neck with strength and confidence, just the way it likes it. Humans see useful animals and even pets as monsters in disguise. Getting emotionally attached to them is believed to lead humans to their doom. But you know that horses need companionship. Yes, I speak to it gently and lead it to camp. Yes, come, my horse. Come. Crazy? I was crazy once. Is it me or does the game feel like those choose your own adventure books? I think that's what it is. Because it's... The main advertisement of it is the fact... Hold on, let's read the tags. It's an RPG, text-based, adventure, indie, story-rich. Yeah, so I think it is kind of like a choose your own kind of a thing. Which is why I'm really interested in it. You end up next to the fire pit. Removing the saddle makes the horse nicker in relief. You take a couple minutes to examine its back just in case. While riding equipment is not heavy for a strong animal, with enough time, it starts to chafe. You wish it had something better to eat than the shabby grass. You should look for an inn. Yeah, okay. I'll unpack. You haven't brought that many things, and you lost one of the sacks while fleeing the Crimson Corpse Eaters. Ooh! Crimson Corpse Eaters! That sounds like a fun little enemy. Worst of all, you have no rope left, but maybe the soldiers could share one. It shouldn't cost more than a dragon bone. I'm guessing that means not a lot. Aside from the travel set, you own a few valuable possessions essential for your trade. Ooh, we get to pick who we are. Okay. So, fighter. I spent my savings on decent combat equipment. I have a fine Gibson, an axe made of steel, and a reliable crossbow. Ooh, okay. I have talismans that help me use my powers, as well as an iron axe. Great. I carry writing instruments and alchemical ingredients, as well as an iron axe, and a small healing potion. I would normally go with a fighter. I kind of like the mage, though. Mage sounds fun. Let's learn more about the classes, though. I want to see what they say. Okay, so as a fighter, you have an easier time in physical challenges, thanks to your equipment and hidden bonuses during dice rolls. You'll be able to be more physically capable than the other classes. Okay, best class for RPG beginners. The weakness is their reliance on physical strength. Your special abilities won't be available to you if your vitality points drop to 0. As mage, it uses Pneuma, a versatile but limited pool of energy points that can be spent to cast a few humble spells. It won't protect you better than a sharp axe, but as a mage, you'll be able to heal faster while resting, detect magic in a mysterious area, and distract a beast with a simple trick. Using the mage's powers too freely will have you result in having no Pneuma left when you need it the most. Makes sense. Comes with any good mage user. The scholar will know more about the world's mysteries than you, helping you take advantage of unusual situations. Your character will be able to impress locals with its knowledge. You'll be able to read the sparse written clues without anyone's assistance. They struggle with combat more than the other classes, but with enough carefulness and exploration, you'll gain access to alchemical mixtures that will help you escape from many dangerous situations. I think I'd probably do the scholar in like a different run, like if I want to do more lore based, like the casual. But I'm gonna be going with mage for sure. Open your inventory, see your possessions. Inventory. Unless you're occupied with another task, you can eat food, drink potions, and use your items from this menu. Be sure to click on each new item you receive, as some of them can have unusual applications. Ooh, okay. So food rations, pretty cool. Alright, pouch with coins. Just my stuff. Understood. Alright, you unpack and inspect your belongings. Your water skin isn't pierced, the spare clothes are still there. Just in case, you take a look at your wooden bowl and mug, your cape, tinderbox, bandages, food rations, knife. Nothing special or too cumbersome. From time to time, your routine helps you avoid mistakes, but this doesn't make it any more exciting. Taking hits with will damage your artery. You can fix it in various settlements. Understood. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. They're at the table again, observing your beasts and chatting between themselves. Your stomach growls at the sight of them eating out of wooden bowls. One more bowl was put at a previously unused end of the table. You can sit down on a tree log. Ooh, okay, so we can eat with them. I join them and take a look at the meal. I thank them for the meal, but I don't want to eat with them. I sit down and ask Tulia what she can tell me about this area. I completely ignore the meal. I sit down and speak with Tulia. I do want to eat with them. I do. I think that's, again, good for us to kind of get like a good bond going with them, right? I have to go now, but before I want to wish you a good evening, Venus. Good evening, Kyle. Good night. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's cold gruel, the meal eaten in times of hardship. This specific bowl is filled with water, hog millet, and some strange-looking cereals and blueberries. Welcoming you with a meal, even a humble one, is beyond their duty. Soldiers live with and for their companions, constantly on the move from one part of the realm to another, making sacrifices to protect their group as they face dozens of hideous creatures. Their lives are filled with discipline, hardship, and camaraderie. Road wardens, on the other hand, learn how to work by themselves. They seldom engage in open combat, patrolling the same roads for years. They help the settlements stay in touch, but also maintain commerce, settle down, forge friendships. When there are no laws to follow, they use their own judgment. Different responsibilities, different lifestyles. This is honestly giving Witcher. That's just me, though. Keeping your stomach full will make you stronger. Starvation won't allow you to restore any vitality. Okay. I eat quickly, not focusing on the taste, then speak with Tulia. Yes, that sounds like a great idea. Wonderful. She's focused and chooses her words carefully. She looks away only when she gathers her thoughts. I'm afraid I can tell you less than I would like to, and less than I should. She nods towards the other shoulder. As you... Soldier. Oh my... I'm gonna keep saying shoulder just because I can't speak. It's I'm having a stroke. I'm so sorry. It's just gonna happen. As you can see, there's not a lot of us left. At the beginning of the summer, there were 8 of us, including our previous lieutenant. 5 are dead. 1 has run away in tears. We are also strangers in this land, as her companion. Any information will help. Indeed. by the way, as for the soda that I'm drinking, I'm drinking Baja Blast. I love Baja Blast so much. I have 2 on my desk right now, so I'm gonna be drinking that too. So when I'm hydrating, I'm not being very responsible. I'm probably also drinking a Baja Blast. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, the man leads forward. His legs shake nervously. Me too, bestie. He sounds like a kid asking a bard to sing one more story, tell a joke, or do a magic trick. Whatever it takes to escape from boredom. His untrimmed beard hides a much younger face than you originally thought. What the officials tell you, I expect not that much. No soul governed these lands. Okay. What I've discussed with the officials to stay between, I share what's considered relevant. Yeah. You tell the soldiers, see, I said it right this time. Haha. You tell the soldiers how little guidance you've received, since this area is too far away from Hovlavan, to keep it under control. You were warned that it's untamed and unknown. Who knows how many villages, bandits, or monsters may be found in these unmapped hills and forests. From time to time, new people come here to look for boundless opportunities. But most of them never return. Do they turn into walking corpses or find what they're looking for? Interesting. Okay. No soul could tell me, so I was looking for your guidance. Good God, that's a lot of fucking options. Jesus Christ. Baja Blast mentioned. I love me a Baja Blast. Listen, if it's available in the store to grab for like a 12-pack or the 24-pack, I'll get it. Sometimes I won't, because I know that if I get it, I'll only be drinking that. And I have a bad habit of only drinking it and not drinking any water at all. But every time I go to Taco Bell and I get something, literally anything, I'm gonna have a Baja Blast with it. I prefer the normal drink, but sometimes I just want like something nice and cold. You know, I'm in a little bit of a milkshake mood, but I find myself at Taco Bell instead, so I get me a Baja Freeze. So good. God, it's delicious. Absolutely addicted. All right. The lieutenant drinks from her cup. Oh, she's also drinking Baja. Drinks from her cup and crosses her legs, ankle on knee. Seeing her chair makes you doubt she'll ever find a comfortable position. Where should we start? Okay. What should I know about the peninsula? Any ideas what could happen to the previous world? I lost my rope. What happened to your squad? How did you become a lieutenant? What's your squad's mission? Anything I should know about the camp? If you were me, where would you go next? Before I continue my journey, I need to ask them about the peninsula, the road warden, and the rope. Okay, so we have a bare minimum 3 things to ask. All right, so let's start big and then go small. What should I know about the land? I'll tell you what I know and you'll be the judge, says the lieutenant. How long did it take you to get here from the city? On a decent palfrey, I guess it would be 3-4 days. When you confirm, she continues, from here you can reach the coast in about a day, as long as you don't make any stops. Do you know the situation? Why no ships can get here? You nod. The sea route allows Hovlavan officials to keep in touch with coastal villages, collect taxes, move soldiers, collect lumber, deliver tools, but maintaining order on a wild coast such as this one is like filling the ocean depths with coins. Okay. Because of the rocks, you can hardly stop a ship 5 miles from the shore, and boats can't get much closer. She nods. I don't know how much about fishing, but there's not that many people living by the shore, and they don't crave to stay in touch with city folk. As she pauses, her companion carries on. No soul from the north ever came up to the camp, but when we travel the roadside inn, Pelt of the North. They were happy to trade and play dice. Pelt of the North. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm assuming since it's highlighted, it'll be important later on. All right. So remember the inn. Remember the inn, guys. Why not just stay at one of the settlements? The man clears his throat. I mean, you know, we're going to guard this road. This camp is our post. And well, he turns to Tulia. She lowers her voice. Don't take it the wrong way, Venus, but are you a devout soul? Ooh. Am I religious? Am I a mage who follows a god or a goddess? Or am I simply a little silly, goofy atheist? This is such a wonderful question. Let's see. Like most city folk, I believe that the people should unite their strength to overcome the threats of nature and dark magic. I'm a part of the United Church. I don't know. That sounds like a mega church. I'm not gonna lie. For many years, I've nothing like anything wrong with mega churches. It's just way too much for me. Too much going on. For many years, I've supported the monastery that does its best to advance mankind's spiritual growth, artistry, herbalism, and the magical research. I follow the teaching of the Order of the Truth. That sounds pretty good. From a small village, for me, freedom of shell, pneuma, and soul are the main virtues of life. My community is unique and independent. I have my place in my fellowship, the Fellowship of the Ring! I have a strong connection to nature and spirits and follow the path of my ancestors. Some of my beliefs may be considered sinister and treacherous by the city folk. You can call me a pagan witch. There is no evidence of the right's existence, and all the mystical tales are explained by magic. No, I am not. Okay. Fuck. There's quite a bit that I, Okay. As Venus, as a follower of the moon goddess, okay, I would go with this one. Okay. This would be the most lore accurate one. So I'm gonna have to go with this one. However, I think it would be fun to do another run being a pagan. Alright. I am part of the Order of the Truth. She hesitantly looks away. Oh, no, she doesn't like me. She doesn't like me for being a devout religious person. I don't know much about that river of faith, but I'm sure we're not that different. I'm a unite myself. No! She's a part of the mega church. Again, nothing wrong with that, but too much for me. But I'm sure we're not that different. So she follows the United Church. Maybe just explain what you're thinking of. People here are disquieting. Every few words she taps the table with her finger. Their traditions won't help them negotiate with officials. Here, she starts to draw lines with her index finger as if she's pointing to an invisible map. The peninsula is connected with roads, like a big circle. In the northwest, you'll find a weird village at a bog. Not exactly pagan, I don't think. Even has a priest who claims to be an eremite. You nod. She means a fellowship. Eremite is such a cool fucking name, though. Fuck! Should have been a part of the fellowship. They do crazy shit. Her companion, chimes, chips, same thing. They use the dead to cut down trees and dig in soil. Once I saw it, I begged to never return there. Fuck! That would have been so cool. Shit! I should have been a part of the fucking fellowship. Damn it. It's okay. You've heard such tales such as this one since you were a child. If an isolated settlement managed to survive without a city's influence, its customs and traditions grow more and more alien. Every generation learns how to adapt to the dangerous conditions they have to deal with, and the rustic pagan traditions muddy the river of faith. The United Church often warns its members about the crazy druids, necromancers, and blood mages, the bringers of doom, the traitors to mankind. What? Listen, I don't want a crusade on my hands. But that's what it sounds like. I'm just saying. I don't know. Were you able to speak with the mercenaries, or how about the east? Any monster worth mentioning? That's not all I need to know. I would like to know more. Okay, yeah, so she mentioned the north. What about the east? She stares across the camp. Hard to tell. We went there only once. There are hills, forests, and rivers. We saw a tunnel sculpted in leaves and branches. Interesting, but we didn't enter it. Wilderness all around. Okay. Any monster worth mentioning? We saw all sorts of beasts. The man started to count on his fingers. Goblins, treants, cats large and small, runners, howlers, wolves, spiked boars, mufflon eaters, griffins, but we managed to stay away. Some could catch up with most mounts, Tulia glanced at her companion, though a palfrey should be fine. The trees are so tall that the flying creatures keep to the coasts and mountains. There's not that many humans around, and the animals are busy fighting amongst themselves. They fight more for food than territory. Makes sense. The soldier cracked his knuckles. Don't provoke them and ride fast. Just count on luck. So we have a whole array of beasts that we could possibly fight. This is very, very exciting. It's dusk time. All right, were you able to speak with necromancers? Motherfucker, I'm having a stroke. You can see why we're not eager to go there if we could avoid it, the lieutenant chuckled. Maybe they'll be more welcoming to a road warden. The roads are dangerous with little to no shelters. People need your help. I am here to be the savior of the day. The man in the shirt turns a bit and points a finger to the northwest. If you're heading to the undead village, you'll get to inn first and soon. Tulia nods. Pelt of the North is a safe place. You can talk with the innkeeper or the guards and ask them about the road. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Apparently my phone is dying, even though it was just at fucking 70%. Now it's at 20. Okay. Let me go fucking grab my phone charger. Oh my god. The consequences of my actions. Hold on. I'm back. And I have it. I have my charger. Let me just plug this bad boy in. Plug this boy. There we go. Now we should be fine. Whether it's actually charging or not, I should probably check. Yeah, it's charging. Okay, great. Lay epic. All right. Now I can sit back down. Okay. We'll probably go to the Pelt of the North the next day or something. Not right now though. I'm afraid we can't do more for you. It's okay, we can ask more questions. So we started with the area. So then what was your squad's mission? Because we can do that, and then we could do what happened to the previous guy, and then how did you get to be a lieutenant? That sounds good. Looks into your eyes, you know, the usual, making the road safe, keeping people alive. Well, I'm no shit, Sherlock, obviously. I want a little more, though. I can't really tell you. You sense no hesitation. Do you have any other questions? Well, fuck me, I guess. Okay. Any ideas what happened to you previous road warden? Julia takes a deep breath. Aren't you a bit late for a rescue mission? We haven't heard from him for almost half a year. The soldiers speak for a bit between themselves, trying to get their story straight. They confirm that he's stopped by a camp a few times, but stopped showing up at all in early summer. The bearded soldier starts to scratch the table with the tip of his knife without looking at you. I don't remember his voice. Always busy, drowning in things to take care of. He would sit somewhere, sharpen his sword, fix a loud mail. His loud mail? Like his armor, I'm guessing? Clean clothes, write notes on the wax tablet of his. Yep, and he leave at dawn, unlike us. Guys, you cannot fuck. You know what I'm thinking of when I see this. This fucking, it's not Astarion, it's Asturion. Bro, that's such a close fucking name. Oh, how tragic. Okay. Asturion never gets bored. Tulia lets out a joyless chuckle. He's secretive, but some of the locals speak about him warmly. Maybe he just doesn't like us. Sounds like you're not sure if he's dead or not. If anyone knows, they won't tell us. Maybe someone is keeping him in a basement. The man carves with a passion. We haven't seen him or his saurian. Something ate them, I bet. The officials have hired you, right? They don't expect him to return. Richer road wardens often use four-legged, meat-eating saurians as their mounts. Wow. They have to be tamed and trained since they're hatching, but unlike horses, can easily defend themselves from any monsters. At least your palfrey is fast and reliable, and won't suddenly sink its teeth into an innocent passerby. But I want that! I want a bloodthirsty monster that I can ride on into the sunset? Fuck! Damn it. Alright, do you know what he was looking for? Neither one of us had any insight into his dealings, said Tulia. My predecessor left me no clues. We also looked at Asturions. I'm gonna be saying it different every time. Asturion stuff. Wait. She raised open palm. I almost forgot. She stands up and heads to a nearby tent. He has kids in a village near Hovland. Havlavan. I said it wrong again. It's okay. I was planning to take his things there. A pouch, a second spear, a decent bow, some potions. Quite a treasure. She glances at you, but I would much prefer to bring them to the truth about their father. Understood, so you want me to find out? Mm-hmm. Here's the catch. She just dusts off the hilt of her sword. We've hired a messenger to ask the commanders for further orders. Since she hasn't returned and you know nothing about her, she either ran away or something happened to her. She sighs with resignation. We are meant to stay here until fall. What do you think? Come see us. Tell us what you've learned about the man, and we'll get back to Havlaven together. You think about your real mission. You were planning to return to Havlaven in the early fall anyway. So it all works out then, I see. If he's alive, I don't think he's gonna be happy about me taking away all of his possessions. True, but he's considered dead, and I doubt he'll begrudge you anything. And who knows, you may just find his shell lying on the roadside tomorrow. He wears mail, uses a spear, mostly, maybe 5 feet tall, but stout. Long red beard, short hair, pale face, rarely smiles. Well, if he's dead, I don't think the smiling bit matters. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. She glances at her companion, but after he adds nothing, she sits down and stretches out her legs. So find out what happened to him. Dead, alive, left, just let me know. Ooh, okay, so journal has our quests, and we have you need to confirm a note you're editing to save it. Notes are shared across all your oh my goodness, fuck me. Good god, this scared the shit out of me. Thank you so much for following. I hope you have a wonderful time here. Oh, keeping me on my toes, I see. Okay. So, quests. Find the Road Warden. Humans, Asturion, and Tulia. Great. Havlaven. Bestiary. Wow, there's a lot. Glossary. Good god. Didn't know that would happen, my bad. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's a fun little thing I have for people to find out. So, don't worry. You don't have to apologize. Okay, so we'll write a note. Past Road Warden. He's 5 feet. Red beard. Uses spear. Has family. Dead / alive? Question mark. Confirm. Alright, we have a note. Oh, good god. Okay, let's see. So we asked about the Road Warden. What happened to your squad? We can do next. Man shrugs, bandits happened, and monsters. A strong band, though, his companion chips in. We've got to the peninsula in spring. We saw some people living in this camp, and the lieutenant decided to avoid it and look for an inn. I could have done that. Okay, so what would have happened if we did do that? We had to travel through the night for a bit. The bearded soldier scoffs and crosses his arm, but she carries on. If he had decided otherwise, we would have all died that day. The innkeeper explained that the camp is a trap and that the armed ones pretend to be soldiers. Stay there at night, lose everything you have. Oh my god. Maybe I should... Wait, hold on. Do I trust these people then? Sounds like slave hunters. Tulia sighs. Very much so. They killed some and took others away. Who knows where. They were letting the northerners go, hoping to avoid their wrath. It kind of worked, added the soldier. We asked them for help, but they refused. We had to clear the entire camp on our own, and that's why 3 of our people died. Don't exaggerate. It's not like the lieutenant didn't make a mistake. He wanted to get rid of them and take over their camp, but we didn't know our enemy well enough. We were outnumbered, and they had an ice mage among them. So he looks at you. At least we clear the road, save lives. Wow, this is why you don't trust strangers on the road, kids. I'm different though. I'm a road warden. It's different. Nothing would surprise you. Those of us who survived the skirmish were young, too inexperienced to spend a summer in this place without a good leader, and they didn't trust me. One of them got caught by a treant. The other one ignored my orders to perform some sort of ritual hunt, so a werebear tore her to pieces. Yikes. Ay. The last one tried to act tough, didn't tell us he had a cut in his hand while cleaning his Gabeson. Man died of fucking sepsis. That's crazy. He was too manly. He was like, I can't admit it. I cut my hand. So, you know, infections are for pussies. And then he fucking died of sepsis. That's crazy. We had to cut it off, and he was so ashamed that he decided to walk north, find a new life, and disappear. Idiot. Loser. What a colorful journey. The man tries to drink from his mug, but it's empty. Yeah, big ouch. Yikes. I stay silent. I'm not gonna make you made this play. I'm just gonna stay silent. Tulia seems defeated. So, she doesn't trust me enough to tell me about her squad's mission. Oh yeah, that's fair. Okay. How did you become a lieutenant? Not much of a story. Honestly, she looks at her hand, which is currently rolling a mug over the table. In the city, there's a strict order of... What should I call it? She exchanged looks with her companion, but he can't help her. Leadership succession, I guess. Hovlevin chief selects commanders, those select lieutenants, and those put their soldiers in order of priority. If a lieutenant dies, they get replaced by the next soldier in line. So you were the successor. Nah, not exactly. We fought the bandits. Our lieutenant was hit by a slingshot. Ooh, yikes. His boyfriend... jumped to help him, but failed to protect either of them from a spell. It was like a ball of ice that hung above them and exploded, piercing their heads, completely avoiding their shields. No one's having like a good, simple, like, you know, peaceful death. Everyone's just fucking getting ripped to shreds. Understood. Jumping like that to save a man in the middle of attack doesn't sound like a wise decision. That's kind of dickish of me. And you were the third one in line, is that right? Basically, yeah, she says without enthusiasm. I didn't plan to become a leader, though. I'll get demoted once we return to the city. I prefer to follow anyway. Understood. Not everyone is meant to be a leader. Okay. Anything I should know about the camp? The story is brief. Some merchants built the camp to have an extra stop for mules and donkeys between the inn and the southern villages. There's plenty of grass here and a pond nearby. When the peninsula grew more dangerous, the camp stood abandoned from time to time, serving as a shelter for travelers. The bandits came here in the spring, further paralyzing the exchange of information between the north and southern settlements. Since these highwaymen are no more, the situation may reverse. Time will tell. You can sleep here whenever you want, the man concludes their tale. Though, don't expect to wake up without pain in your back. Hey, guys, don't worry. I'm always in pain, so that's gonna be no problem. All right, I've lost my rope. Can you if we'll hit you with the where would you go? We'll hit him with that. Relatable, exactly. Very relatable. Soldier answers quickly. To the inn, of course. He grabs his empty mug. The one northwest from here. If you can't afford the room, the main hall is free of charge. Okay. The locals rarely gather there. The northern road is much more traveled, mentions Julia. But the hunters will tell you about this and that, and you'll have a chance to introduce yourself. The innkeeper can listen and knows many souls. Any tips on how I can make a first impression? Yes. She smirks. Avoid cheap jokes. Stick to trade. Don't waste his time. Show him you can be relied on. Oh, okay. Understood. Now, I need some rope. You're in luck. She heads towards the crates and moves aside a large linen sack, revealing a rope. She brings it back and nonchalantly sets it down on her chair. Take it. I was planning to leave it behind. I take a closer look. A fine rope. A regular rope made of hemp fibers. Nice. I take it and offer some food in return. Oh, so I have... Oh. I'd like to offer some food in return. And lost a food ration. Okay. Leans forward and rests her forearms on her thighs, looking down with a clasped hand, then meets her eyes. I'd normally refuse, but we need some decent food. Every day, I'm searching through our groats, looking for worms and putridity. We forage, but it's not a great spot. Some food rations will brighten up a foggy day. For now, you leave the rope on the table. Okay. Well, if I gave her the food, I might have earned her trust a little more. I can't really tell you. Let's just say it would be nice to have a reliable outpost somewhere nearby. A place where you can always find a group of fighters willing to protect you in the name of the law. Okay, we should prepare for the night. Yes, it is night time. EP time! I agree, she sighs with relief. And may you do better than Astarion did. Stay vigilant. She winks at you, shattering the mask of a soldier. Thank you for your help. One more thing if I can. The bearded man approaches you. Can you take the first watch? Splitting time between 3 people makes a great difference. You think for a moment. To fully rest, you need good sleep. Well... I know, it's EP time. But, like, I'm trying to get them on my side. I'm, like, trying to, like, make sure I have, like, allies to rely on. I feel like I still will be able to go to sleep. And I feel like it's really dickish of me to, like, not... You know, I'm coming in here, I'm eating their food, I'm getting information from them, I'm asking them all these questions, you know, and I can't even do, like, the basic, like, courtesy of like, taking a watch. I leave it to me, big boy. Leave it to me. Fabulous, he pats your shoulder. It should be calm at least before midnight. Wake me up in a few hours or even earlier if anything happens. I smile. I'm happy to do my part. Stay tidy to have better chances to influence others. Stay tidy. Appearance, 2 out of 5. You don't stand out from the crowd. You won't get much cleaner without a proper bath. I need to bathe myself? Aw, what? I can't be stinky. Ridiculous. You go to the barrel and splash water on your face, which makes you even more aware of how much you need a bath. After the night, it'll only get worse. Your horse is already napping, still too anxious to lay down. I prepare for my watch. Alright. This is going to be a very long and grueling couple hours. Maybe we'll fight something. The soldier in the shirt is eager to guide you. Just observe the area. There's plenty of griffins around, though they won't try to jump over the palisade. Probably. Better watch out for the apes. They climb up and carry out any food they can find. And there's this one really loud were-elk that keeps smelling the wall, though it has never tried to get in. That's fucking weird. What are you doing sniffing our fucking walls like that? Fucking weirdo. Even though it's just an animal, it's fine. He points at a gate. Lieutenant and I will block the entrances. They're quite heavy, so if anyone comes here looking for shelter, better call us to help you out. And if there's someone being chased by wolves or anything, better throw them the rope instead. Understood. Don't let anyone in. Okay. Remember that, guys. Don't let anyone in. He scratches his head. If it gets cold, feel free to make a fire. The best place is on the watchtower. You may want to put a blanket there or something. The watchtower? What? Gives you a long puzzled look. Oh, here. He points to a pile of crates. Just climb up the tallest one. You'll have a great view at the northern side, the more dangerous side. Understood. And also, I know you're tired after all that writing. He points to the tent on the other side of the camp. I can handle a couple hours sleeping on the ground. If you wish, go there after me and rest just this once. At least I have a pallet inside. Thank you a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very nice. All right. You put your blanket on the tallest crate and sit down. The night is warm, but the sporadic summer breeze brings gentle refreshment. From time to time, your back aches, and you have to force yourself to keep your eyes open. The light of the moon helps you focus on the tall grasses. For most of the time, you spot smaller critters and birds, but there are exceptions. At one point, you see a 3-horned deer trying to challenge one another. Before they clash their antlers, a 2-legged dragonling appears, leading its much smaller offspring. The furry... I didn't know if it was fury or furry. The furry beasts try to intimidate the predators with roars and aggressive head movement. After a few moments, both sides walk away slowly, not willing to risk the fight, nor admit their defeat. I won't let them distract me. I must keep vigilant. You hear the death screams of an distant prey and the mating calls of monkeys. They're having sex! Runners are chased, a gray hare, a group of musk oxen lazily chew the grass, preparing themselves to sleep. A dusk fox is running together with a lynx, making playful screeches. Thankfully, you never have to intervene. You just sit there, watching the not-so-distant forest, trying to outlast your sleepiness. You can only guess how much time has passed. Once you feel you've had enough, you've climbed down to the tent, waking up the bearded man. With just a couple of words, you confirm that nothing important has happened. I gather my things and squeeze into the tent. I use my bag as a pillow, put my blanket on the pallet, and cover myself with my cloak. Sleeping in a tent is not the stuff of dreams, but it's a much welcomed rest. The pallet keeps the cold soil away. The moonlight saves the outside world from the eerie gloom. You listen to your own breath and find a comfortable position. Your job starts tomorrow. I focus on the real goal of my journey. My real goal right now is to sleep. That's what I should be focusing on, damn it. Ay. The Merchant Guild wants you to take control of this realm. The entire realm? My brother in Christ. Your wardening duties are secondary. First and foremost, you need to explore the peninsula. Understood. Learn about the territory, resources, and threats. Get to know the locals, and if you can, convince them to consider negotiations with Hovleven officials and traders. Could the tribes resist the soldiers, or be a threat to the priests of the United Church? Are there any forbidden practices that need to be eradicated, such as blood magic, necromancy, robbery, or slavery? I would think so, yeah. I'm not sure about the blood magic and necromancy. I'm not very, educated on those two, but robbery and slavery, probably. Yeah, it would probably be really good to do that. Alright, I have 40 days to complete this. Once you finish your reconnaissance, you should speak with Tulia and return to Hovleven. There you'll report back to your employers and get your reward. In the meantime, you have your own goal to pursue. Alright, now we have a personal goal. We pick it. Need to gather some extra coins so I can save my sibling from debt collectors. Fuck them. I need to gather some extra coins so I can retire early and live in prosperity and safety. Sounds pretty good. Enough connections among local leaders. I'll use them to become a major player in the Merchant Guild. Interesting. I want to be remembered as a hero. I want to help people make this region safer for locals and newcomers alike. I need to find a new life for myself. I have a difficult past and I want it to be forgotten. So we have like some noble quests. We can be edgy. We can go with the classic hero tale. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm a mage, right? I dabble in magic. I am a part of a religion. I feel like... what would be the best one to go with? Let's just go with helping people. I feel like that would be my goal given to me by my religion, you know? New shelter unlocked. You can't travel during the night. Press the sleep button to rest. Ooh, okay. Understood. Your half-asleep senses are catching the sounds of the wild forest. Your instincts keep you alert and anxious. Though the pleasant, humid, late summer air evens it out slowly. You're thinking about your goal, but you need to gather strength. Let us sleep. Okay. Sleeping in a tent. You can spend the night in a borrowed tent. It's nothing special, but it will protect you from the wind and rain, and the ground won't be painfully hard nor cold. Okay. I don't know what this means, but sleep. So this is my magic. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that. You take a look at your amulets. For most people, it would be nothing more than trash, but you wouldn't smell them for a pouch of dragon bones. You use them to shape Numa to your will. With these little mementos, the few spells you're familiar with are far more reliable. Who knows, maybe there's already some power held in them. You look at the olds through the clean bandages and remember dozens of herbal balms and wounds. You can put them on your hurting muscular bruises and scratches. Muscles. Jesus Christ. Muscles, bruises, and scratches. Then hum an old song about time, which either heals all wounds or kills us too soon to let us bother with our problems. After a few hours or so, the linen will warm up, confirming it did a good job. The tent may not be much, but your spell would make you feel as good as new, though you'd lose some of your energy. Okay. Do I restore my Numa? Do I restore my magic? I feel like even if we have our magic reset and it is like all good for tomorrow, it said somewhere where like I need to still feel good to be able to do anything, so I'm gonna do it. Okie dokie. Nourishment. Oh boy. Okay, at least my vitality is back up. Okay, great. You're woken up by sunlight, well rested and ready. Without haste, you gather your thing. Without haste. Interesting. After a couple of breaths, you notice a weird smell like a roast. No, burning meat. Burning, rotten meat. Disgust crawls into your consciousness. You exit the tent. Your horse is looking around nervously. Your bags are where you had left them. You see an open gate. Okay, let's go see what's happening. Both soldiers are standing near a humble pry. The man in the shirt looks at it contemplatively. Tulia is the first to address you. Venus, she greets you with a nod. We use the horse's manure for flames, so don't worry about cleaning it up. You see a corpse among the flames. It's impossible to tell if it belongs to a male or female, but it was an adult. The burning process won't be over for a couple more hours. Yeah, what's going on, guys? The latter. Oh, a young one. She lacked the Numa to understand that she couldn't get inside the camp without climbing. Yikes. I stabbed her with a spear from a safe distance. She shifts her weight. One more fog and she'll be a real threat. Even now, it took a couple of hits to knock her down. Sooner or later, every human shell wakes up, gaining more strength with each soul it devours and each moment it spends in the fog. Burning the dead is not just a religious practice, it is a necessity. Soldiers, priests, village mayors, even road wardens. Making a large pry takes a lot of time, but it saves lives. Okay, so a little more on like the worlds. This is what they do. Okay, understood. Tulia calls the undead a she. Most Unites don't do that. Okay, so Tulia I think is maybe a little more sympathetic than most. I think I like that. Time for me to leave. I must depart. Running away from the reek, huh? I don't blame you. She walks you with you for a few steps. Find us here if you need us, or if you learn what happened to Astorion. There's enough ground here for you to rest. Safe travels. These words make you stop. An old farewell, mocked in a number of songs and tales, yet you hear no scorn in Tulia's voice. You wonder how many acts of kindness like this one you're going to experience in the days to follow. She returns to the pry. Alright, I prepare to depart. You somehow miss the fact that your mountain is already saddled and warmed up. Oh, lay epic. Okay, you double check the equipment. You don't need to fix anything. Wonderful. Normally preparing any palfrey for a long journey takes a lot of time. Nah, we're good. Travel button, see the map and move to another area. Okay, understood. You put on your Gabeson and make sure that your axe is tightly attached to your belt. Then get on the saddle, palfrey knickers, ready to leave. It is time for you to get to the crossroads north from here. Alright. Travel forward to continue your journey. Once you're done with the north, speak to Tulia and return. Okay. North! We ride! At a later hour, you wouldn't expect to meet any travelers in the valley. What time is it? Day 1, 14 hours before dusk. Okay, so it's still relatively early in the day. Wonderful. Let's see. The warm breeze lures your mount forward, but the serene chirping of birds is quickly replaced by the distracting screeches and gurgles coming from further down the path. You soon find the pack of four-legged griffins. They're larger than foxes and merge the feathers of birds and furred beasts. Each one is a different size, coat, and colors. Their temperaments are just as varied. Their fronts are covered with vivid feathers, while their rears have darker fur. Their wings are massive, making them impressive jumpers, but they're too heavy to fly. About 24 beasts are yelling, brawling, and chasing each other around, blocking your path. Alright, let's consider. You can't enter the forest blindly. If these or other creatures were to chase you, the thicket would be too disastrous for your horse. There are reasons why travelers stay close to the main roads as possible and why adventurers move in groups. Makes sense. Usually the safest approach would be to stay where you are and just wait for the pack to get hungry. However, it may take up to a couple of hours. You're thinking about your conversation with Tulia. You've got a lot to do, and time may be of the essence. Okay. The dice icon marks the actions that involve a random chance. Okay. Take my axe, hurry the horse. If we ride fast enough, we should be fine. I should stay here. Better be safe than sorry. If I'm on a time limit, I'm not gonna waste time. I'm going to go through. We are going through. Alright, you can learn more about your character's abilities in the character sheet. Ooh, character sheet! Okay, after years of practicing with X-Magnus, okay. Interesting. Lies none. Sewing experience none. I can go gambling? Oh, fuck yeah. Oh my god, now I gotta do that. Initially, your horse completely trusts your guidance, though after a few more steps it snorts. You prepare your axe and get ready to push away any griffin willing to jump on you. Once you get in the middle of the surprised herd, your mount squeals and gallops forward. The creatures in front of you flee, but the others try to jump at you from both sides. You kick 2 of them away, but the third one scratches your leg. It hurts, though only a little bit. You ride away and the griffins can't keep up. You still hear their screeches when your mount slows down. Alright, yeah, we took a little bit of damage, but that's okay. I'm pretty happy with that decision. We'll patch ourselves up later on. Ooh, reach the first crossroads. Fuck yeah. As the road splits, according to what the soldiers have told you, you may find a safe inn turning left. The forest is to the right, is lush and the trail overgrown. Kids used to have the song. Ooh. The signpost in front of you doesn't make your situation much clearer, as if it was put there by someone who can't write, for folks who can't read. Covered in the old red paint points east, blood there, as people say, danger to be found. There's not a soul to ask for guidance. We can name our horse! Oh my god! What do we want to name our horse? I didn't know we could do this. Oh... I think we need like a really... I think we need like a very like comforting name, you know? Something that like, you know, you can talk to your horse with. You can just kind of spit out the name and it's not like awkward or like uncomfortable to do so, you know? Does that make sense? So something that like, you know, you hear the name and the name reminds you of like a friend. I'm thinking like Jack, but I feel like that's like a basic name. Let's see. I don't know. I'm kind of, even though Jack is basic, I like it. Let's do Jack or Jackie. Jackie. Let's just do Jack. Yep. Confirm. All right. Jack is peaceful as you stroke its mane. Maybe it can't help you choose a path, but you've spent many years together. Happy to go on, it takes a couple of steps forward. You spot a few berry shrubs and wild cabbages. They still need at least 2 weeks to gain maturity. Damn, unfortunate. Let's travel. Okay, so left is the inn, right is the forest. I think going to the inn would be great because we can get information there. So we are going left. Trots with ease, unbothered by the few branches covering the beaten road. The bird songs and distant howls draw your attention to the forest, which gets sparser and brighter. You spot boars, roe deer, and saurians. The sight of a nearby wolf pack worries you, but once you push your hips forward and your palfrey enters a canter, the beasts don't even begin a pursuit. The speed alone will protect you from many dangers. You notice a stone tower taller than trees. Ooh, must be the inn. Oh, that's a cute little inn. Inns like this one fit the regions traveled by merchants, but you wouldn't expect a place of this size in a forsaken peninsula. The stone and lumber must have been transported from far away, and the workers, guarded by expensive mercenaries, surely lived for many seasons in a primitive hamlet, subsisting on salted supplies. There are seemingly no cracks in the wall, but the building was whitewashed only a few years back. The road is wide and beaten. Dozens of souls could hide, if not in the buildings, then at least in the yard. The expenses and labor put into this fortress were worth many trading ships. 3 armed people are on ramparts, though you only see what's above their waistline. They're leaning on the parapet next to the gates, and you think you notice a glimpse of a smile. They wear gabesons. Each one of them dyed differently: yellow, green, and linen gray. All right. I approach. The woman in yellow armor leans forward. She has long, curly, disorderly red hair, pointing in every possible direction. This combination of colors doesn't work at all. In the woods, one would have to shout to draw this much attention. There's still a fair distance between the two of you, but she speaks loudly. I hadn't seen a horse for years now. I just said it's weird to see such a large jackass, huh? Her voice is young and strong, with an accent that reminds you of villages spread around Hovleven, but no jackass would wear a saddle, I'd say. She exchanges a few words with a male guard wearing green, giving you time to move closer. Well, this one here says, there really are donkey saddles. Say, traveler, how hard is it to ride a horse? Kinda silly, kinda goofy, kinda playful. Okay, I like it. Hello, Dust. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. This game is going, honestly, I like it. I really like the vibes of this game, so I'm having a great time. But I hope you've been having a good day too. Gonna take a sip of my Baja while I'm at it. Yum. Alright, let's see what they say. How about you give it a try? I laugh. You wouldn't believe it. The lessons were a pain. It's easy to understand the basics, but it's tiring. I feel like being distance would be a little weird. Don't answer her. It's an inn, isn't it? Open the gate. Quite hard, honestly. Some days are rough on me. Okay, so I know that they said to the main person to not be, let's see, journal. Pelt's Innkeep. A man charge, yeah. So the man in charge we have to be like very straightforward with. But I feel like with you know, just like a guard, I feel like we could be a little playful, a little friendly. You get off your horse and imitate a silly walk from the day that you followed your first long journey when your whole shell was crying. You illustrate the pain as you move your hand from your back to your hips, then thighs. In return, the guards tell you about the time when they had to carry their friend with bitten off legs for 3 days straight through the heart of the woods. Meanwhile, the other guards open the gate. Yeah, let's do it. We're getting along with these guys. I like it. All right, okay. Pretty good. You may be in a good mood, the woman in the yellow jacket smiles at you, but don't get so noisy when you talk to our boss. The man never smiles, and he has the world's suffering sculpted on his face. She leads you under the roof under which the palfrey can rest, tethered with a cord to a wooden post, near some old hay. Once you're ready, go inside, speak with our boss. Maybe you're hungry? The other guards take care of your various charge. They peeked at your mount every now and then as they're splitting firewood, cleaning their clothes, weeding the garden patches, and moving chairs. 2 of them are making a rope. You head towards the inn, hearing the piercing scream of a boar from the other side of the yard. Yikes. I open the door. If you're at an inn in the morning, you can spend the entire day resting. I don't think I have to. I would love to take a fucking bath, though. That would be... a chest! Can I open the chest? Honestly, I would love to eat and take a bath, and if I have to stay the whole day, I'll do that. But otherwise, I kind of want to keep moving on. Let's see what happens, though. The locked windows make the air stuffy, and the weak fire in the stove hardly lightens up the wall. A muscular man is sweeping the floor near the stairs, but after he glances at you, he leans the broom against the wall and heads behind the counter. You're lucky to show up. His voice is deep and soft, with a city-like accent. He observes you with keen attention, yet avoids your eyes. I've a keg of a decent ale, wormwood, bog myrtle, juniper berries, cat's foot. He fills the mug carefully and puts it on the countertop. It's going to spoil soon. Today, maybe. And we don't drink here before they even. I hate to see the good stuff going to waste. His skin is dark, almost purple, rarer even among the southern tribes. His hair is naturally bluish. His clothes are quite fancy for manual labor. The elegant tunic wouldn't stand out in the city square. Okay. The planks let out a creak after every step you make, so you slow down a bit. You could swear that the innkeeper made little to no noise. Here you go. He pushes the mug forward. But just so you know, my pelt in the north doesn't belong to Hovlevin. You can sleep on the floor if you wish so. Oh, sure. But if you want a bed or a meal, you'll have to pay. We may have some leftovers from dinner, but I need to check. Understood. Alright, straight to business. I won't stay here for long. I'm not here to pay compliments. No, we're not gonna be aggressive. Thanks for the drink. I see how you make your friends. I see you know how to make friends with ROADWARDEN. Fuck. This may just be, like, me not able to, like, communicate with people. But if don't waste time on jokes and empty gestures. That's the thing. Empty gestures. See, I feel like this part is that. So I feel like we just have to be distant, you know? Let's do this. He nods and fills another mug, this time with water. I guess there's no point in waiting for Asturion, then. I'm glad to see someone's taking his place. Even my crew here hits the road only if they need to see the healers of the Howler's Dell. Ooh, a good place to know. Okay. They're more... They're more than resourceful. A road warden is always going to find work here in the north, though maybe not on the eastern road. Understood. He takes a mouthful of water and drinks it with a pleased sigh. There are no guests here at this time, or hardly ever. I can take a short break. For a brief moment, he meets your eyes. Okay. If we drink the ale, I feel like I'm overthinking this. If we drink the ale, are we dilly-dallying? But he, like, so kindly offered it to me. But if I ignore it and get, but he wants to, he is a man of business. Fuck. Men of business. We are, I have a couple of questions. Sure, go ahead. Fuck! I should have drank it. Damn it. Okay, coin? What is this? Oh, okay, do you have anything for sale? What can you tell me about the peninsula? What could anyone say? This place doesn't even have a name unless there's an old book in an archive that no soul knows about. You know what I'd call everything from here to the coast? The hunting ground. He glances at your eyes. But it's not us who hunt. Keep that in heart, but the beasts in all shapes and forms. His words gain confidence slowly, which is strengthened by his deep voice. I've lived in this inn for over 10 years now, and I've only seen a couple of roads, a couple of places. It's just, once you get here and you know how harsh it is to hit the road, you have only more reasons to stay at the warm stove behind a wall, even if it's suffocating. I'm sure you heard a lot already, that the people don't build hamlets anymore. There are no more ibexes from the south, and traders only stay only for a few days. All of our iron is used for cauldrons, not swords or tools. Okay. Are the eastern roads as rough as I've heard? What will I find traveling west? Okay. While there are hills nearby, then you'll find a village. Maybe an hour away from there. It was destroyed by a beast almost a decade ago, but nothing to see there. Goblins live there now, so most people just travel around it, and they say it's haunted, but who knows, who cares? He crosses his arms and starts to sway back and forth, gathering his thoughts. You'll get to a large tree on the edge of a swamp. For the locals, it's sacred. You're not used to hearing someone mention pagans as if there's nothing unusual about them. There's a small path south when it leads to an old mine in the mountains. There's nothing to find there, but keep riding north and you'll find Howler's Den, set at a clean brook. Farmers live there, and Muflons and druids. They'll let you stay for a night, but they're not cheap. If anyone thinks my prices are bad, it means they ain't been to Ape Ale Inn yet. Okay. Quite a few different name drops here. So we have the city, and then we have the dell. Alright. Note. New note. So, we have old settlement burnt down. Goblins now live there. Live there. And then we have something about a mountain. Let me see here. An old mine in the mountain. Yes. Okay. Old mine in mountain. Ignore. Keep going north for Dell. Okay, confirm. Great. I don't know if I'm gonna keep taking notes, but it's a good practice, at least for right now, alright? He lets out a gentle smile. I smile politely back. I only know a bit about the next settlement, Old Pagos. The soil there ain't too fertile, so they work in their quarry and help other settlements build things in exchange for crops. The forests and hills ain't too harsh, but the Seekers have small monastery nearby in the mountains. I don't care much about them, they keep to themselves, and they don't pay well. The third village known to me, White Marshes, set at bogs. I heard it smells like a griffin's lair. I've heard a lot about nasty rumors about the place, but I won't share them. I don't want to be a lie spreader. I like this man. This man is straight to the business. He's honest with his words, and he's not about that tomfoolery. I like him a lot. So, 3 villages really: Howlers, the one near the monastery, whatever it's called, and the marshes. Don't let their beds and palisades fool you though. Weird people live there. Don't tell them more than you need to. You wonder if it's something he would tell other travelers as well. Or it could be biased because of my power of position. Interesting. Okay. Have you ever been to the northern coast? I only know about the other inn. It's far from here, maybe a day on foot, a bit less from the eastern side. I've never been there, but I've heard it's a safe place, close to villages of fishers and hunters, though I don't know much about them. Okay. But the eastern roads, are they rough? Pretty much. Don't leave the main road, I'd say. Not so far from here, you'll find an old dolmen. A few of my people had to spend a night there, and the monkeys stole food and gods from their bags. It was their fault. One of them had fallen asleep in the middle of the watch, but you know, the eastern forests are wild and the roads are rough. Almost no soul lives there. One day, all these roads will be swallowed by trees again. So good thing we headed west, because if we headed east, we would have been fucked. The furthest my team has ever gone was the home of the Enchantress. Just stay on track until you reach the crossroads, right near the abandoned watchtower. From there, turn east. You'll recognize the place. It is a nice home in a lonely meadow, surrounded by a wall. He looks towards the closed window, then at you again. Kind of like our walls, but simpler, without coating. She lives as a hermit. Eudocia. I don't know how to say it, but it's a very beautiful name. I don't even know how she survives there, but if you don't have decent coin, you won't find much there. We need coin for a lot of things, apparently. So back to the crossroads. If you turn left instead, you'll see a road. People stay away from it. It connects to the tower and to the monastery. A shortcut between the 2 sides of the peninsula. I was warned by the locals not to use it. It already belongs to the beast. Okay. Understood. Okay. Journal. Notes. Going east. Hold on. I need to... Let's see. So if we go east... Okay. Let's see. Journal. Going east can find a hermit who lives with goods. She has goods. Can find a hermit who has goods. Be safe on road. Lots of I was gonna say mobs, but we'll be a little more professional. Lots of monsters. What else can we write? Turn left, you'll see the road connects to the tower and the monastery. Shortcut between the peninsula. Okay, yeah, so stay away back to the crossroads. If you turn left instead, you'll see a road. Okay. Journal. Edit. Do not turn left at crossroads. Bad vibes from locals. Enter. Great. Wonderful. Okay, let's see. Need anything done? I could use a job. Okay. Any rumors worth sharing? Not a man of rumors. Anything? I'm looking for him. Are you now? Goes to the table and invites you to sit down with him. I don't think I'm gonna be much help. He rests his elbow on the top and grunts quietly or declared his throat. But I do want you to find him so. When asked about his intentions, he measures his words. Asturion and I made a risky deal. Well, a very promising one. Last time he was here, he took 50 coins. My half of the investment. He knocks on the table with a fish anxiously. If you get my coin, or at least find out what happened to the guy, I'll make sure you won't be disappointed after bringing me the news. Okay. Could it be he stole and ran away? He looks at the window and starts to play with a shutter. I just think Asturian isn't the kind of soul that would do such a thing. For him, it wasn't much of a fortune, and I'd risk saying he had earned my trust. Not only mine, you know. It's easy for a road warden to make connections. He always had places to go, things to take care of. He rubbed the table with his thumbs as if trying to clean an invisible stain. I've asked travelers. I've sent a couple of my pals to find him. No real news. I know he stayed in the White Marshes for a day and was meant to do something for the people there. It is a village in the northwest. Okay, understood. Northwest. Stay on the main road until you reach the bogs, then enter them. Journal. Humans. Okay, so it updates it as well. Wonderful, so I don't have to write a note about that. Great. I'll think about that. I kind of want to eat yet. I could eat something. Please, I'm hungry, please. Yes, I feed them to our boar. I won't give them away for nothing. He tells you to wait, then leaves the building for a few minutes and returns with a wooden bucket and a long stick ending with a hook. Go through the gate and turn left. You'll see a bunch of bushes. We need some berries. Bring me a bucket full. You'll be done in half an hour or so. Your horse can use a nap anyway. I'll prepare something to fill you. The hook is not made of metal or wood. It is a long curved claw, almost black. Ooh. I won't do that. Do I look like someone who forages for berries? I'm not gonna be a fucking asshole. This man is being very nice to me. We're having a genuine moment. I reach for the tools. Tools are cold, not too heavy. You notice a pair of thick gloves at the bottom of the bucket. Ah, the berries aren't the problem, the innkeeper smirks. Unlike the snakes, you scare them away with the stick or move them with the hook and protects your hands. The little ones won't eat you, but don't get bitten. I'm sure you know how to be patient. All right. I have other questions. While I'm at it, do you need anything else done? I assume you mean a job for a road warden? Tell you what. There are brigands in the woods. Our place is a stronghold, so I'm not afraid of an open strike. But they've gotten more active in the last 2 years. One day, they may steal our furs, and I no doubt they're the reason why our merchants only come here once. Having bandits around gets expensive. He rubs his hands together, camouflaging his paws. I want you to reach Howler's Dell, northwest of here. It is the largest settlement around. I'm sure you'll get there sooner or later. Ask Thias, the mayor, about Glossia, that bloodthirsty wolf of a woman. Ooh, tea. I've heard rumors about a raid in the north. If Glossia's ready to break the truce with the locals, I'm willing to join forces with them to get rid of her band. Ooh, okay. He looks at the nearby dragon bone. Not too difficult, right? Just do it when you have the chance. A couple of days won't make much of a difference. I'll pay you 2 coins when you get back with the news. I'll do it for 2. Yeah, I nod. Great. About Glossia's band. Ooh, he freezes. Observing your hands silently. He wants me to get the answer from the okay, I'm on it. Understood. Understood. That's all I need. I go outside. I'm not gonna buy anything. Wait, hold on. Actually, how much money do I have? I have 5 coins. Ah, well, hopefully I'll be able to, like, take a bath or something. Alright, you step outside. Jack is lazily looking around. At this hour, the armorer's workshop is closed. Armor's nowhere near sight. I approach the guards. I go to the well. I should go outside and forage for berries. I approach the guards. Let's talk to them for a second. Woman in yellow armor is kneeling next to a brown hairy boar, which is resting on its side. The beast is not as large as the dark ones from the forest. It responds to the touch of a human's hand and brush with grateful grunting and rapid twitches of a hind hoof. No matter how friendly it appears, it is still tethered to the well, and you have no doubts that its charge would leave Jack dead in a breath. Absolutely. When the woman notices you, she steps forward to the boar's disappointment. So, the new road warden. She points at the window. with her chin, forestalling the question. We don't need anything now, but when we travel with our furs, we can use some assistance. She may be around 30, but her warm voice and bright smile are camouflaged by the touch of time on her unpowdered face. Like many red-haired people with freckles, her skin is unhealthily pale. Ah. The game understands that gingers are pale as fuck. They're just like, yep, this one is no exception. She's also pale as fuck. Yep. You can see the veins in her cheeks and in her hands. A ghostly apparition. The boar runs up to her, observing your boots and fruitlessly sniffing for food beneath the beaten ground. She pats its back but maintains her focus. How about a game or two? We have a bit of time and can talk about this and that. Maybe we'll get a couple of coins or lose one. We could play dice or throw axes at a target. Oh, fuck. Damn it. I want to play, but I want to get the fucking berries too. Fuck. We'll throw some axes. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll throw some axes. I don't know how to do dice, but I'll do it. Your arrival, especially with the dragon bone you pull out, are cheerfully welcome. The guards prepare a couple of wooden planks which are leaned against the wall. There are also spectators, and you're told that other hunters are either sleeping or have duties in the tower. Remember, no magic. There's gonna be 4 participants in 8 rounds. Jesus fucking Christ. The person who acts lands the closest to the center gets a point. The acts that fail to stay in the plank doesn't count. The person who has the most points in the end becomes the winner. I'm gonna listen to this like an audiobook. Hey, I honestly, that's kind of what it's giving. It's giving audiobook vibes. I support this. I blend in with the group. Alright, you talk a lot but don't say much. You share casual jokes, memories, and views on luck and optimal strategies. Jack and Tullia's camps are also brought up, but when you ask about the roads or locals, their stories are vague. The drinks are here. It's a poor beer made from the leftovers after regular brewing. It's cold, sweet, and doesn't reach your head, but you try to avoid the smell. Just don't spill anything. The boar may get sick, says the opponent with one arm. Hey, sick as fuck. As a guest, you start with the first throw. Your axe flies well, hitting the very middle of the painted target and piercing the plank with a pleasant thud, which makes it really difficult for the other players to outperform you. A minute later, you've won the first round, but you can't expect to be lucky every time. Hey, all I can do is try my best. -1 coin? What do you mean? Even though you get 2 more points, the guard in the yellow armor gets 1 more. She raises her fist and nods to the spectators, who chuckle at her cheeky pride. After you give her your coin, she looks at you with a smile. Even though I won multiple of it, it's okay. It's okay. I'll be a good sport. Tell me about yourself. Oh, what's that? After a brief giggle, her voice gets cold and serious. Nah, Road Warden, we use names and stories among friends. You ain't one. Don't tempt me. Oh, wowee. Don't make me tempt curses. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I have questions about this place. Not much to tell. Honestly, there are many beasts around, both wild game and dangerous monsters. We spend our time surrounded by these walls, leaving only to hunt, forage, or trade. Okay. What do you usually hunt for? Anything we can eat or sell. If there's a partridge, a squirrel, or a rat, we don't complain. But when we move as a group, we look for something larger. Deers or aurochs are delicious, but we don't always look for taste alone. There's value in bones, antlers, claws, tusks, things people use to make tools or sculptures. We use some of them to make tools and spears. You can never have enough spears. She pauses and looks at a strand of her hair, then suddenly speaks up again. And we look for furs, of course. Let's see. You seem to be attached to the boar. How could you not be? She crouches and raises the boar's head, but it steps away and squeals as if someone's murdering it. It came with us from the city, just in case. We had no clue how our first winter would go, so we needed some backup meat. And it works, too. Cleans the dirt. She reaches out to the beast again, but it trots away. The woman straightens up with a pleased sigh. We haven't needed to eat it so far, but it's also funny. I've learned in my home village that the farm boars are getting a bit smaller and more cuddly, kind of like ibexes, but not as wild, dangerous beast. We don't let it get close to other animals or children. Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Have you heard anything about the necromancers? It's something new. Her voice lowers to a whisper. I've never been to White Marches, but over the years, I've seen people moving away from there. South. They told us the place has changed too much. A priest died, I think, and a new one awakens the dead. Sorry, Road Warden, that's all I know. If she's hiding something, she sounds convincing. Okay. Let's see, what can I find up north? Okay, so she also mentions the Dell. You know what? I've never seen such a beach. Oh my goodness. I've been living here for how many more than 10 years now. Only part of the sea I've seen was from Old Pagos, which is placed on a hill. Okay, also there, she mentions. It's a good place. As long as you don't mock their order and act nice, they'll also be kind. Boss says they're too serious for him to stand them. Interesting, but at least they don't bite without reason. Too serious for a man who is serious. Oh my. Alright. Any interesting creatures living by? Here, everything lives here. She flips her hair. I swear we saw a few dragons, a unicorn family, a battle between trolls and goblins, faced 2 beastmen, oh, and a gargoyle, and a hunting queen shouts all the time. I could tell you about all of them, but I won't. She winks and pats her boar on the head. You know, hunters have their secrets. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm not gonna mention, honestly, expected to be closer to the gate and shorter. Sure, might as well exhaust it. Like Hovlevin, fair, but it ain't here to protect the gate. This stronghold was built long before we moved in, and not to fight off humans. The tower is meant to be used by those who observe the deep forest. We look out for fires, dragons, and any winged creatures that are looking to roost on the roof. Baldy, she shouts to her man, who indeed is completely bald, has a great eye, and sees well even in the darkness. Thank you so much for that. That's crazy. She observes you with a hand casually resting on her hip. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for knowledge about wild creatures. I told you our knowledge. I don't know. 15 dragons, no less. Any discount for friends? Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm not gonna consider us friends since I've just met her. Never mind. Have you been to the heart of the woods? Sometimes we hunt from there. There are God. Jesus Christ. There are good hunting grounds on the western half. The second one is too overgrown. Maybe the soil is different. She shrugs, then moves her hair away from her forehead. But it's a risky spot. There are treants there and wolves. Even the furless ones. Ew. And if you have to go through the tall grasses, watch out for what's on the ground. But there ain't many archers in the trees. She smiles as if it's a joke. But there are too many worms, even larger than a water leech. Okay. Innkeep has asked me to forage berries. Oh, don't worry about it. Usually we forage by ourselves, but he wouldn't ask you for a dragon for a meal. He gives small jobs to people all the time who just see to agree. Ooh. Interesting, so it's kind of like a test because he just wanted to see if we would. Okay, interesting. Wants to judge who's of use and who's too proud for their own good. If you'd agree, just be sure to get those berries today, and don't try to take his tools away. He hates thieves. Ah, all right. So I'm glad that we listened. Then I walk away. You return to the courtyard. You hear the clinking of tools coming from the armorer's workshop. Well, she said just to get it done today. I still have a good time. I want to head to the armorer because my armor is a bit, yikes, you know? You walk past the well and find a small open shed, not unlike the stable, but with a humble set of tables, carving tools, hammers, sharpening stones, pincers, knives, and other tools. As long as something can be solved by brute force, this place will find a way to do so. There are two people sitting on a long bench. The first one is a male, maybe an inch long hair, with a cleanly shaven face, a thin, long yellow tunic, bare legs, and sandals. He ignores your presence, sewing at Gabeson with great concentration. The second person is a boy, maybe 15, who's wearing the crude outfit of a farmer. He glances at you, but soon returns to sharpening a long dagger. Greetings! Man raises his hands, but it's the boy who speaks. Focus on the task. He ain't talking. Tell him what it is you need. The man smiles in confirmation, looks at the piece of garment in his hand, and looks around, shrugs, and returns to you with a raised eyebrow. Could you pass my clothes if they were torn? He shakes his head, points at the uneven seams of his own tunic, then grabs a crude bone needle and shows you its broken head. He wouldn't even if he had the tool, says the boy, but you can try in Howler's Dell or Gale Rocks. Ooh, first mention of Gale Rocks. Okay. I don't want to spend my coin on services just because I want to make sure I can stay in the inn. Kind of, he answers reluctantly, but his teacher pats his knee, giving him a harsh look. The kid clears his throat. Yes, but we both ain't masters, you see. There's not a soul to teach us, so once I'm ready, I'll try hunting instead. Fixing things for others is boring. Understood. The man grunts a sound, though you don't understand it. Seeing your face, the boy chuckles. He said safe. Let's meet in the middle. Boring, but safe. And the man nods. That's cute. I like that. I don't want to go to the well. I say greetings to my friends so they feel respected. Actually, I didn't think people still said greetings to people. I feel like greetings is like so awkward and like informal. Or I get not like informal, but it's overly formal. That's what I meant to say. It's so like overly formal. You know, at least I don't use it. But I also, like, I will walk up to people and I will do anywhere from, like, hello, it's wonderful to meet you, to, like, hey, bitch, what's up? You know, like, I have a range of how I greet people, but maybe it's weird for me, but I think greetings is a bit too far, you know? To me, it's pushing it if, like, someone wants to do, like, the little, cheek kisses, like the mwah, mwah. That, to me, is a bit weird. Please don't touch me. Please don't get so close to me. If I don't fucking know you, do not do that to me, okay? So it's like that, along with greetings, it's too far, alright? It's too far. I go outside to forge berries. Alright, the innkeeper knew what he was talking about. You put on the gloves and look through the bushes from a safe distance. It doesn't take long before you notice the first serpent lying on a rock somewhere in the thicket. The creatures are not that large, and even some of them hiss at you or slither closer. The jabs of the hook keep them at a distance. You don't know much about these berries. They are round and reddish. You wouldn't trust such a color even if you were looking for food in the wilderness. The plants don't have thorns, but the leaves are harsh, so you make sure to thoroughly cover your skin with your clothes. You have to look through many bushes to fill the bucket, but the presence of insects and snakes doesn't allow you to relax. Yikes. Alright, I gather the berries and go back in. I go back in. You return to the courtyard. Two of the guards are participating in a friendly skirmish. They're wrestling accompanied by a crowd. Interesting. Alright. I enter the inn. The locked windows make the air stuffy, the weak fire in the stove. Okay, great. So, you again, need anything? I put his fruits on the counter. Great. He peeks inside the bucket. I've got a cabbage stew with a few goose chunks in for you. Goose? I don't know about that, but listen, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat, like, literally anything. The meal is warm and filling, it is well seasoned and not overcooked. Fuck yeah. Like I've said, I rarely have food to spare, but feel free to ask if you ever stop by. You may be lucky, and I've been cooking my whole life. Thank you. How did that all hook of mine work out for you? I see you still have it in your hands. I've lost it. What do you mean? Why would I lie about I've lost it if I still have it? Yeah, I give him the hook. He takes the hook from you and nods. Need anything else? About Gloscia's band. I would love to ask him about that. He freezes. Okay, still nothing. Understood. Do I have anything you'd like to buy? I definitely don't have shit in my fucking inventory. I have my horse and my axe, but that's pretty much it. What do you have for sale? I can go pick up a few things for you. Some food for your travels. To start with, apples, nuts, sausage. Not too many at once. We need to maintain our supplies. I've got an elk fur I don't need. Its buyer was caught by a pack of red wolves. Yikes. Nice for a sleeping spot. Just as nice for a wall. Almost untouched bowl of soap. Priceless for a traveler. You can't tell if he's being sarcastic. No, he's not. He's being serious. Made of fine oak ash. Strong, though you'll have some better supplies before you start your own bathhouse. After you mention you'd like something more useful on the roads, he looks down. I don't have any blades or armors to spare, but if you pay well, you can take one of our crossbows and a bunch of quarrels. A yew-bow, wool cores, and the trigger needs a little bit of oil, as long as you can get it without soaking it in magic. Takes a bit of muscle to draw, and even a 16-year-old could handle it. Won't sell it cheap, but I'm ready to give a discount to a helpful ally. Alright, let me take a look at what you got. Alright. I have 4 monies, and I have a singular ration. I should probably buy a ration and buy some soap. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh shit, elk fur. A high-class fur, a valuable commodity. Fuck me. Alright. Buy soap, buy rations. Yeah. I'm pretty good with that. So nourishment we're good, vitality we're good. I want to wash myself, damn it. Alright. Do I have anything you'd like to buy? No. Alright, that's all I need. I go outside. Can I not? Oh, because it's not nighttime yet. I can't stay the night. I see. Okay. I guess we'll adventure then. That's all I need. I go outside. Alright. Let's go to the well. The recently renovated wooden roof covers the well from rain and birds. One of the guards is enjoying a cold drink he drew with a bucket and tells you to use only as much water as necessary. The oak ash soap you own can help you get cleaner. You need 3 pieces of bathing equipment to get more out of this place. Fuck me. Okay. I wash myself. Yep. Splashing yourself with cold water from a bucket won't take away your smell, but it's enough to remove the tallow and sweat from your skin or mud stains from your clothes. Fuck yes. Alright. Time to travel, my good horse. Nighttime shelter, daytime rest. Interesting. Alright, I travel out. We continue to go west. The road uphill meanders, slowing you down and forcing you to pay close attention not only to the shadows of the trees, but also to the tight, rocky passages. You can't help but notice a few caves and fine ambush spots. Alright. We keep an open eye. Hello, Marshall. Thank you for stopping by. Standing in the front of the gate, you hear no voices, no tools at work, no steps. Dozens of birds live among the collapsed roofs. Their fluttering, singing, and squawking is free of worries. If you want to travel further, you need to ride around the palisade. Searching the ruins may take a lot of time. The broken gate in the north will lead you to the village. The sound of the gentle river reaches you from the east, where you see a saggy fence surrounding an overgrown pasture. Behind the burnt building in the east, you see an oddly barren field. Okay, so I believe this is the part where I took the notes. Old settlement burnt down, goblins live there. Right, okay. I take a closer look at the gate. I approach the building near the fields. Let's see. Sorry for interrupting you, but I hope your day is going well so far. Oh, don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. You don't have to apologize. My day is going well, and I hope yours has been too. Let's see. Let's take a closer look at the gate. All right. The palisade is in good shape, and the entrance wasn't even touched by the fire. It was torn away, possibly thrown. The amount of force used must have been huge, but you'd expect that it would push the gate into the village, not away from it. You don't see any marks of dragon bite. A troll could toss such planks, but after so many years, you see no paw prints. A mage, you can't really tell. Okay, I approached the building near the field. I'm gonna kind of go around. The broken logs and planks are charred, while wooden walls are rotted and covered in moss. You see no ashes or dust, proving that the fire happened long ago. The smell is awful. There are no reasons to stay for long. You see no furniture, just some broken shelves. It was just a storage room. The valuable odds and ends were already taken by scavengers. Alright, then I must move forward. Let's see. Explore the southwest part of the village. I inspect the fields of the southwest. I inspect the pasture in the southeast. Let's see here. Let's see. Inspect the fields southwest. You're surrounded by what looks like field plowed in late autumn, disturbed by hundreds of rains and snowfalls. There's a few clumps of grass and wheat, but a place like this one, abandoned for years, should already have turned itself into a green lea. A barren field. Maybe it was overused, but you would still expect to see the weeds to sprout. A curse. The path leading west from here ends at the edge of the fields, shifting into a meadow. Then a forest. In the north, you see a path leading around the palisade. I could use my spell, but why? I don't have a... what is this? I can use my amulet to sense if there's Numa buried in this place. Let's do it. You unpack the wooden spheres, pleasantly smooth and light. The entire set fills in your palm. You place them in various spots, marking their positions by sticking a branch in the soil. All you can do now is wait, so you brush Jack for a bit and make sure the saddle doesn't bother it. When you return to your amulets, all of them are much warmer than your skin. The entire field is corrupted, though seeing how there are already some plants growing in it, the spell is fading away. The curse is most likely as old as the last harvest. Alright, I walk away. They need to cool off. Your stomach makes you let out a painful groan. Why? That's weird. Okay. I inspect the palisade. I explore the southwest part of the village. Okay, well, I did the pasture. Let's do the southwest part of the village. Alright. The buildings, some which have collapsed, are made of wood, now charred and rotten. You spot claw marks on the walls, especially close to the doors and window frames. They could belong to a dragling or a large wolf, larger than the gray ones, or a corpse eater. Too many options. But no beasts are in sight. You find the remains of clothes, furniture, and odds and ends. Only one object seems to be of use, a basket-like fish trap made of vines and willow branches. If a large fish swims into it, it won't be able to get out. It's quite large, but I can take it. So I now have a fish trap. The closer you are to the village, and the longer you stay around, the sicker you feel. The taste of gastric juices hits your mouth. Your forehead hurts, and you start to stumble. Jack, worried by the sight, pokes your head with its nose. Did the guy poison me? No way. He didn't poison my food, did he? No. Okay. I walk far away from the walls. Maybe it's just like the area. Leaning on your mount, you go outside, keeping your mouth shut. After a few minutes, your eyes get clearer. Yeah. It may be better to leave. You stop and touch your aching stomach. Where do you want to go? Alright, I inspect the palisade to the west. The tracks of human footwear and many more ape footprints cover the path formed by the palisade's breach. As far as you can tell, the freshest footprints lead to the village. The wooden stakes spread on the ground are rotten, covered in mushrooms, small flowers, insects, and worms, a good source of animal or goblin food, though you'd expect them to also hunt for birds and eggs. The meadow in the west turns into a forest quickly. The grasses in the north surrounded dozens of tree stumps already covered with moss and fungi. Going south, you'll reach a large field, though you don't see any crops. I shouldn't enter the forest, especially not in this area. Exactly. Alright, I expect the clearing in the west. The clearing itself, the meadow is lush and colorful and so dense it is unsafe for a rider. For a couple of minutes you lead Jack with a rope, avoiding the potential disaster in case of a hoof falling into an animal den. Being forced to travel around the palisade every time you get here is going to be a pain. Most of the tree trunks look similar and have comparable size. They were most likely planted with the sole purpose of being cut down and used by the locals. Though cutting so many trees at once, that alone could provoke the wrath of the herds. Such a process should be spread across a couple of seasons, and you can't be sure that was the case. In the west and the north, the clearing turns to wild forest. In the east, you see a road leading north. Alright. We're going to inspect the pasture in the southeast. I'm not going north because of all the of how bad it is. You don't find a single sign of the livestock that lived here in the past. Any bones, horns, antlers, or dung have already been devoured by the wilderness. The pasture ends at the river. On the opposite bank, the meadow turns into a thick forest, impenetrable for a rider. What are the chances that a herd of defenseless animals could get here and survive? The breach of the southern fence wasn't made by some brute force. You find cut axes in spots that were ultimately broken away. After all these years, there are no tracks that you could follow. I return to the main road. Yikes. I gotta go north then. Fuck. I don't like leaving the town undiscovered, but I'm not going back in if it makes me sick, because I don't know what's gonna jump me, you know? I go north. The neglected road is partially overgrown. You hear a river in the east separated by the lush meadow. I take a look at the date. Push or pulled, it doesn't move an inch. Someone has spread dirt and rocks both underneath it and around it, seemingly to keep the plants stuck in the ground. I go somewhere else. I head to the river. Okay, I need to see what's on the other side of the northern gate if I want to open it. Okay. You see a Quenchin family of boars, some of them brown, some of them black. You consider turning back, but they pay you little attention. After a couple of grunts, they run north. The river is not too wide, yet unusually deep, with banks altered by the locals for decades, if not centuries. The water is cold and clean, yet filled with long plants growing from the bottom. You would rather avoid jumping inside or drinking from it, but you're tempted to at least wash your face, neck, and hands. Dozens, if not hundreds, of small fish are looking for tasty leaves, but they also try to avoid their predators. A dance of life, completely unaware of your presence. You suddenly realize that there's something buried among the kelp. A rusty sickle sticking out of the ground, a couple of stone axes and hoes. The wooden handles of a large wagon are covered with moss, but you recognize their shapes. Why would someone drop them here? On the opposite bank, the meadow turns to a thick forest, impenetrable for a rider. Okay. Consider washing myself up. I spend time setting up a fish trap. Let's set up a... Let's wash ourselves. Let's do that. On the living stream, filled with fish and plants, won't help you much. Okay, you won't get cleaner. Damn, I step away. Alright, let's do a fish trap then. Let's see how well that goes. You place the basket on the ground, then grab a bowl and start digging, looking for some larger worms. You bait the stick I bait the stick. I bait the stick and push it inside the basket, locking it between the sides, then cover the entrance with the lid. Trying it together takes a few good moments, but it will be easier later on. You attach the entire trap to a bush and push it into the stream, far enough that it sinks entirely. Who knows how long it'll take before something large enough swims inside. Still, it would be better to not wait too long, otherwise the prey might die of hunger. Step away. I don't really have anything else to do. I guess we'll travel. Yeah. Alright, you enter the wetlands with their many streams, pond, and fish, large birds, and fly between the gray, sparse trees that are covered with moss, mushrooms, and critters. For a human, it may be unwelcoming and harsh realm, but the overwhelming swarms of insects proves that it's a realm full of life. The danger with teeth and claws is hidden below the water surface. Step away from the banks. I am a wee bit tired indeed, but that's also because I haven't really slept well in the last few days, so I am a wee bit tired. This plant should not be alive, not without leaves. It doesn't resemble the other trees of the wetlands, it's something else. You get off your horse and prepare your axe. The water is filled with dirt and dead plants. It smells like an old corpse. The roots are spreading far, breaking through the water surface. You don't see any saurians in the grass or on the shore. You approach the table-like altar made of 3 limestone slabs. Were these rocks originally as formless as they are now, or was there a point in time, centuries ago, where they were precisely shaped and decorated by masters of artistry? There is no way to tell. Jack is peacefully observing the dark grass and slapping flies with its tail. Whatever it is that you feel in the air, it's clear that your companion sees this place through very different eyes. Alright, so I can scratch and smile. Go ahead, I'll look around for a moment. I know where there are dark forces. I ask the right for a vigilant eye and a bright soul. Your model is amazing. I like it. Oh, thank you so much, Marshall. Ah, thank you. Let's see. I don't know if I want to leave it. I'm gonna ask my oh so amazing people to help me look at this place with the third eye. You bow your head, trying to imagine an appropriate ritual. Whenever you start a thought, it runs away, to the sounds of insects, visions of predators, smells of muddy water. You rub your hands, focusing on what's in your grasp, collecting your wits slowly. It takes a few moments, but you start breathing without sensing the stench. You arrange all the chaotic images into a cohesive utterance. Your prayer is brief, but once it's done, you feel prepared. Alright, I approach the altar. There's clumps dirt in the uneven nicks, fused by years of winds and rains. The bottom surface of the table is dusty, but you don't find any spiderwebs or mold, even though it's a perfect spot for them. The tree roots cling to the altar in many spots. They're firmly attached. You struggle to move them, even by an inch. The cream-colored limestone is cold and smooth. Ooh, I can try to make an offering. Fuck yeah. My sacrifice shall be name objects that you're interested in. Okay, I was gonna say a squirrel, but if I'm interested in it, let's do some jade. I like jade. Smooth. Oh, wait. Smooth rocks. Smooth rocks. I like smooth rocks. Confirm. You can't do that. You don't Damn. What do I have? Fuck if I know. A knife. No, I'm not gonna do that. I try something else. Yeah, fuck it. We'll use our magic. Let's do it. Alright, you unpack the wooden spheres, pleasantly smooth and light. The entire set fits in the palm of your hand. You place them in various spots, next to the roots, beneath it, a few steps away on the boulder. You begin the ritual, after which all you can do is wait. You go for a walk with Jack, making sure there's no monsters in your vicinity. When you return to collect your amulets... Oh, hello there. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoy your time here. When you return to collect your amulets, the one placed on the rock hasn't changed its temperature. The others are cold. The closer they are to the tree roots, the cooler they are, almost painfully so. Oh boy. Oh my, okay. This is not what's supposed to happen. If the objects are filled with magic, they get warmer. If not, they stay in their original state. But this, you've never seen such a reaction. Interesting. Let's do a ration. You place any type of food. You can find your sack on the nearby plants, but none of them seem to make any difference. Alright, I walk away. Damn. I look into the water. I just subscribed and I know that I will enjoy while I watch your videos and live streams. Well, I hope I can see you here again in the future then. I'm so excited. You step cautiously without knowing how deep it gets. You have to consider that a saurian could be camouflaged in the mud, waiting for a victim to get near. Since you don't plan to kneel down and drink, you're hoping to dodge a potential strike. Once you get closer, you start breathing again. While the water is dirty, it's also shallow. You see the vegetation, swimming insects, and even small fish. All of them stay away from the tree roots, which look like a spider web covering from the bottom of the pond. Aside from that, you don't see anything that would catch your attention. Take a closer look at the roots. You kneel in front of what is lying on one shore. It's brown, covered with hair that resembles that of your arm. When you touch it, it's moist, soft, and warmer than you expect. I do something with it. What would I do? Cut a chunk out. Confirm. Oh, I can't do that. Fuck. Sit on it. Sit. Can't do that. Okay. Kick. It gave an example of kicking. I kick it. The root is flexible and stretchy. Your blunt hit sinks into it like a pillow. Interesting. Bite. I want to bite it. Oh, ooh, ooh. The scent of a decaying water is now especially repellent. You bite into the warm root and start chewing it, but with no results. It's flexible and stretchy, and you can't hurt it with something so blunt. Okay. Cut. You pull out your knife and stop in place. You can't tell what the results of wounding the tree would be. I make the cut. The cut is swift, but the nimble root is difficult to hold. It backs down into the water, pulled by the rest of the creature, leaving trail or red bubbles and mud. Interesting. The water quiets down a few minutes later. A chunk of the root is still in your finger, so you move it into a jar from your bundles. Your hand is now covered with a red sticky goo, smelling like rusty nails and sweet fruits mixed with beer. You reach for a water skin and wash the plant's juices from your skin. Interesting. Make an offering. Tree. Hold on. My inventory. I have a jar of tree bits. What? Miscellaneous root. Okay. I give an offering of root. Motherfucker. Weird root. Nothing happens. Okay. I walk away. I travel. What time of day is it? I have 7 hours before dusk. Alright, we can go up. Let's see here. Let's go south. The shapes of the mountains are cutting through the horizon. The water gets gradually less muddy, and the cleaner it gets, the more animals you see. A family of deer blocks the road, resting and enjoying the cold water, which would be deadly for a human stomach. Ooh. You consider riding around them, though through a sparse meadow, but your presence also causes them disquiet. Without much haste, they regroup and run east into the leafy forest. I travel forward. Onward! This game is so cool. I agree, Tortilla. This is, like, genuinely, I'm loving this so fucking much. Like, when you're told, like, it's an RPG game, yes, you have role-playing aspects, but you actually get to make every single fucking decision possible. Even, like, the fact that you can, like, type in your actions is so fucking cool. I am loving this game so much. I was totally obsessed with it for a few days. I actually might. Like, how I kind of became, like, really obsessed with Amori, I might just start playing this in Amori, and just because I want to play this game more. I want to play it more. Hey, Dust, you have a question about my audios. Did you use a script for your yandere breaks into your house? Oh my god, which one? The one where, like, she's hiding in your bathroom. Technically, it is a script. I mean, I wrote it. I wrote that one. But, like, yeah, technically, they all have, like, a script or whatever, because if I'm the one writing it, I write down, like, what I want to happen, and then I write down, like, what I say, just because it's a lot better than improving it, since I can really work on, like, how I deliver the lines than, like, thinking of what I say. But then other times I will use other people's scripts and I will give them credit, or if they, you know, however their thing works. But that one specifically, if it's the one that I'm thinking of, the one where, like, she's in your bathroom, and she, like, set up, like, the cameras and everything, yes, that is, I am the one who wrote that one. I'm the one who did that from A to Z. Ooh, I've reached Hag Hills. I better find one motherfucking hag. If I don't see a single hag in sight, I'm gonna be mad. I better find a hag. Alright, you've reached Hag Hills, the wall of stones that has blocked the city's graps. The one well-established route through them leads through the valley where you found Tulia's camp. There are no maps of highlands nor local tribes. Oh. Okay. The beaten path leads you by the garden beds of herbs and vegetables to an old yet not abandoned mine hidden behind a massive door made of steel. Okay, interesting. That video is the best Yandere video I've ever listened to? No way. You're, oh my god, you're gassing me up. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Listen, I'm really happy. Every time you guys say that you, like, really enjoy a video I put out, it makes me really, really happy, because as much as I, like, try to, like, do it for myself, it makes me feel really confident that I'm getting somewhere whenever I put out a new video, you know? So I'm overjoyed to hear that. Though I don't think it is the best thing ever made. I definitely think there are people way better than me, but I will try to take the compliments. A bearded, skinny elder sits on a bench, observing you like a sculpture, with his legs crossed and his fingers interlocked on his abdomen. Ooh. Good day. Don't worry about my horse. I'll keep it away from your garden. I get off my horse respectfully. Without a word, I observe him from the saddle silently. With a lower head, I approach him. I'm seeking your guidance, old man. I get off the horse respectfully. Let's be a little more distance. You dismount to keep an eye on Jack. You greet the man, and as he nods back to you, you mention that you have a few questions. There's cold civility in the air, as if you're sharing a table at an inn. I need you to look at me whilst you speak. His strict voice reminds you of a master of a craft guild, though his thick accent distorts his image. I can nie hear without magic, but I can read your lips. I've nae wish to talk about your daily struggles, traveler. It's nie a refuge for strangers. Say what you're looking for, and let our paths split. Alright. He doesn't yell, but his voice is not used to being opposed. His face is wrinkled, but he sits straight, with a beard and hair still carrying glimpses of fair blonde. His tan like a worker, and his eyes are blue and piercing, as if they belong to an infant. What do you call him? I'll just call him Sir. I call him Sir. Being very, you know, very politeful, very respectful, you know, politeful? That's not a word. Being polite and respectful, okay? I'm not gonna get this man, you know, all riled up. Listen, I don't like old people, alright? I don't like this man too. He stares across the garden beds, forcing you to wait in silence. The elder is tall, with long hair and a beard that lets loose a long time ago. His sandals are covered in dust, and you spot dirt on his clothes and skin. The woolen tunic and linen were made with care, decorated with colorful threads at a collar and sleeves. Now the blues and greens have faded, and the fabric is held together by patches and stitches. His hands are still folded, the voice remains firm. You do need know our customs. Your name, your trade, your calling mean nothing to the forest. I do need know what you expected to find here, but this need a place for strangers. I do my best not to smirk. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm not gonna be fucking. I'm not gonna be mean. I'm not gonna be mean. The man stands up and approaches your palfrey. Without touching it, he observes his eyes, mane, stomach, and rear. Jack ignores this examination. My nose was right then. Asturion is dead, as are his plans, is such a fate of dreamers. He turns toward you with a grim look. Are you going to look for him? You nod. Why? If he's vanished in the fogs, the nay's point is putting yourself in danger. What do you expect to find? I don't know. That's why I'm looking, good sir. He may need my help. I need to know what kind of danger he encountered. If he is dead, I want the people to know about it. If someone tried to make him disappear, they deserve to face justice. There's no reason why you need to know that. He may need my help. Yeah, I feel like if someone made him disappear, if he's dead, I want people... Yeah, I need to confirm that he is dead. There's a playful glimpse in his eye, and you just want the truth for its own sake, with nay gain behind it. His laughter is chilling. I heard he had put his hands into many storms, which will nay end without him. I do need doubt people will value the knowledge. He pauses for a moment and looks away. The peninsula could use some honesty. With lively steps, he heads towards the spring. He washes his hands, once again forcing you to wait. Old people need time to gather their thoughts. That is so correct. These Swiss cheese-brained old people need time to fucking gather what's in their noodle to speak. He tries to dictate the pace of the conversation and puts me in my place. Old people need time to... I'm doing that one for sure. So, what do you need? Good God, are there a lot of fucking options with this man? Jesus Christ. Alright guys, I think what I'm gonna do is this is a good spot to save. I think we're gonna end stream here. Just because we've been going on for quite a bit of time, as my usual time, but I fear my back aches and it calls for me to have some floor time. But I definitely do want to play this game more. This is such like a calm fucking game, and the music is absolutely divine. So expect that I will be playing this game more in the future. This one and Amori. I kind of want to plan to do just like a week of just games that I just really want to like progress through. So far it's this one and Amori. I don't know. I don't know if I want to add any more games into that mix, but yeah, because I try, if I start a game with you guys, I don't want to continue playing it without you, you know? Unless it's like a bad game and like we end up not liking it, then that's different. But like I'm not gonna play like Amori without you, so. Floor time? You don't know what floor time is? That's wild. Okay, well, this is actually great because, well, to be fair, I could have you wait until, how about this? Okay. floor time is a very sacred practice where one simply basks in the simple luxury of a floor, not to be stepped on, but to lay down on. Enjoy the cool feeling of the floor against your cheeks. That to say, it is just something that I like to do because it helps my back feel a lot better, and it puts me at ease. It's also something that you'll hear in this weekend's video, so you should definitely, if you want like a better explanation with a little bit of role play, I mean, I highly recommend that you watch this weekend's video. But other than that, we're gonna be ending stream here, guys. I really hope you had a great time. If you didn't like the game, I'm super sorry. I thought we would all like it, but if not, if you did like it, if you enjoyed just listening to me read it, or you enjoyed seeing this game, and you want to try it, I don't think it's too much on Steam. So, oh my goodness. Thank you so much for following, Tortilla. I hope I can see you in the near future. If you guys want to try out this game for yourself, because it is an RPG and because you can create your own path, Steam sale going on right now. It is 60% off, so it's a good $5 with tax. Highly recommend you play this game. Please. With that said, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Everyone, please drink some water. Please eat some food. If it is past your bedtime, you know what I'm gonna say. You should be going to bed. I say tax just because I don't know if people get taxed on. I don't know if everyone gets taxed for that. Who pays for that? You should be. What are you talking about, Rip? I mean, I definitely do. Totally. But yeah, everyone, good night. I'll see you all tomorrow.